If we got a sports park here, what do you think that would mean for you guys?
I think having a sports park here would be huge. It'll kind of open up some opportunities for kids, not only in this community, but kids that are in surrounding areas, like your Glenn County, your Ware counties, your Wayne counties, Coffee County. I'm going all the way, even all the way in Florida. Like some of the Florida, Duval's going to come here, Nassau.
What's up, Camden County? You are catching the bonus episode of the Getting Your Business podcast. I'm your host, Alison Shores from the Camden County Chamber of Commerce, and we are live on location today at Ops at the Skyview Lounge. It is amazing up here. If you haven't checked it out, you should. But today we're not talking to Ops. We are talking to some travel ball coaches here in our community. Now, let's just go ahead and I'm gonna let you guys introduce yourselves. Who do we have here?
Go ahead.
My name is Shayla Smith. I am actually the associate head and director of basketball operations for Camden County High School Lady Wildcats. I also, in off season, do travel basketball with Essex Girls Basketball, which is based here in Georgia, as well as I actually have a business as well. I do training with No Excuses Training.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm Trevon Myers, known as Coach T.
Okay, Coach T. Okay.
With the Lady Wildcats, also head JV basketball coach. I guess under her, have our head coach, Sharnisha Smith.
Gotcha.
I've coached travel ball on the girls' side and the boys' side.
Oh, and the boys' side.
Awesome. I did both sides.
Well, I know people are like, what is the Chamber of Commerce doing talking to some to travel ball coaches in our community? What does that have to do with small business? So I'm going to tell y'all, the cool thing is the Chamber of Commerce is all about our business community. My job in the community is to worry about the small businesses and what's happening, what's affecting them, economic impacts on them, laws, anything that has to do with small business. We want to make sure we're advocating for them, that we are looking out for them, and that we know kind of what's going on. So I know a lot of people have heard about this SPLOST deal that's happening, and on there is something called the Georgia-Florida Sports Park. And, I'm going to be honest, when it first rolled out, I was like, what is that? What is the Florida-Georgia Sports Park, And I think some people think it's a place for, people just Camden County people to hang out and take advantage of. But that's really not what it is. It's about sports tourism. And I was like, sports tourism, is that a thing? It's a huge thing. And I had no idea until I was traveling with my husband and I saw a newer facility that had just been built, and there were thousands of people out there. And I was like, whoa. Not only did I see them there, but then I saw them leaving the facility, going out into town and doing stuff in town. And I'm like, wait, this is huge. This is a huge thing. So I thought about, if we got something like that in Camden, what would it mean for us? And so, we have Cumberland Island. That is one thing that comes into play with tourism, and we love Cumberland Island. It's awesome. We do get a lot of traffic off the interstate. But what if we had another source where people came to Camden County, found Camden County, and explored it, and actually, contributed to our tax base? So I really I want to talk to you guys and really understand what travel ball is all about. And I know there are several different names for it. So let's kind of start there with, how big is travel ball? I know that we're talking about basketball with you guys, but these sports parks, it covers all sports. And I know you guys are having to leave Camden County and go to these places. What is the nearest place to Camden County where a facility like this exists?
Well, with the facility that we're trying to do here, the closest one would probably be, I know Coach Myers just talked about Trembling Earth up in Waycross, but the actual bigger facilities are actually Tavares, Florida, which is on the other side of Gainesville.
Oh, wow.
You got Disney Wide World of Sports. You got Champion Sports, all that's more in that Orlando, Central Florida area.
In Waycross, it's more baseball than a whole lot of other things. Yeah. And this one would include all kinds of sports. I didn't realize it's not just, basketball, it's track and field. We were talking earlier. I mean, they're just flag football. You've got, cheerleading. There's just so much. So how many kids in our area are playing travel ball?
We would say it would be it's over 100 just to get.
And that's in basketball?
No,
Or just
I mean,
kids,
yeah,
kids in
that's just
general?
like kids in general. I mean, basketball is probably 100.
Yeah.
Every sport probably got at least a minimum of 100 in this area, like
Wow.
different when it comes to traveling sports.
Wow. Now, when you go, are you going on the weekends?
Yeah, so I can just use my background kind of with the program I'm in. You have to leave Saturday morning every weekend, go to Orlando, and that's just for practice. So you're in Orlando.
Sorry. What?
Yes, Orlando for practice.
Every
weekend, Saturday and Sunday practices, and then we have about 7 national tournaments on our schedule, and most of that don't kick off till of course all the kids are done with their high school seasons on the basketball side. And but yeah, travel all the way to Orlando because it's a national team.
Yeah.
So basically how that works is the program on the Nike EYBL side is the program's based in Georgia. You can have kids from anywhere that touches the state. So we have a kid from North Carolina, Tennessee, South Carolina, Alabama, Florida. So that's why it's based.
You talk about, what was it, Nike? What'd you say?
Nike EYBL.
Yes, that's so much. I don't even know what that stands for. but there's just so many different clubs that have formed and have stuff going on. We were talking earlier about AU, which
AAU.
tell me AAU. Sorry, AAU. Excuse me. What?
Amateur Athletic Union.
Yes. There's just so many clubs, and so I guess my other question is: so when you go to these places, where are you just staying at these sports parks?
No, usually whenever we go somewhere, you pretty much most of the games are going to take place at one location, depending on what level you're playing on, because it's always different levels. So you can have a national level, you can have ones that are they can have an A, B, and C based on your skill set.
Okay.
So the A teams may play at this gym that has 8 courts, and then your B teams may play at different high schools or different facilities around that area. You stay in there, but then you go over to the hotels. Like you have certain hotels, some of them are play and stay. So play and stay means, hey, if I have a tournament here at that location, you have to stay at this hotel.
Oh,
so that helps the businesses in that area.
Absolutely.
Like say, hey, when you come here, you're going to stay there.
Eating.
And we eat all the restaurants.
Yeah.
I mean, it's overload. I mean, you're waiting. If you want to sit down and have a meal, you're probably waiting about 45 minutes to an hour just because of how many teams are in the area at one time.
So you go and visit small businesses or businesses in general. They don't have to be small. I keep saying small business because that's what we are in Camden County predominantly. But anywhere you go, you're going to restaurants, whether it's, Chick-fil-A, Longhorn, or a barbecue place that you found, online, or a pizza place or whatever. So that's amazing. Now, what do you think? Like you were talking earlier, you said that you had a tournament here where you played in several different gyms, and you brought how many people here to Camden County? Just on that.
That's our what we do in June.
Okay.
So June is considered National High School Month.
Yeah.
So because all across the nation, everybody goes in with their high school and can play in June with their high school. So we do a tournament where we get people in. We have a media coverage.
Yeah.
We need to get you.
Yes, I've got to come. I want to see this.
We have media coverage. We have college coaches come on. And a lot of college coaches can come and see different girls.
They can see the talent.
Yeah, they can see the talent level.
Girls and boys.
Girls and boys. So this year is 3 days. We're running for 3 days.
And see, and that's so good for our businesses because those people have to eat.
And some of them are going to stay. And it's actually going to be, we already had a date. So it's actually going to be June 25th through June 27th. And we use 4 gyms, which is our high school gym, our 9th grade center gym, our Camden PSA, and then Camden Middle. So
I just think that that's amazing because that's people getting gas here. That's people eating here. It's people, shopping. It's people exploring. While yes, they're going to spend a lot of their time at the tournament itself, but when it does end at some point.
Yeah, and it also helps us because it's a fundraiser for us because the things we do for the kids here for our program, trying to make sure that they have a family atmosphere, and we want to help, build them. It's not just basketball. It's about us building them up to be able to go into the real world and be able to manage.
And that's a huge thing, because like I want to stop for a second and say thank you guys, because my husband is a coach, and I understand the time and commitment that you both have to have, and then you add and travel on there on top of it. I just can't even imagine. But thank you for caring about the kids in our community, and really trying to shape them and give them the best opportunity that they can possibly have. And it means a whole lot to us. So we are very appreciative for that. So I want to go back to something. If we got a sports park here, what do you think that would mean for you guys?
I think having a sports park here will be huge. It'll kind of open up some opportunities for kids, not only in this community, but kids that are in surrounding areas, like your Glenn County, your Ware counties, your Wayne counties, Coffee County. I'm going all the way, even all the way in Florida. Like some of the Florida, Duval's going to come here, Nassau.
Because
West Nassau.
I was surprised when you said that there's not anywhere in Jacksonville, like. You know what I'm saying? Like, to do this kind of stuff. So continue. I'm sorry.
They have a few facilities where you have a few courts that are available, but just depend on how many courts. But it's just somebody's always looking for a place. Like, we always get calls saying, "Are y'all facilities available?" And we're like, "Hey, we're with the school. It's kind of a little bit more paperwork that needs to be done." But somebody's always looking, and it's a tournament every weekend. On the basketball side, track and field side, softball, volleyball, soccer. I mean, it's a tournament every week. You can have a tournament every weekend.
And could y'all imagine hosting one in like the Georgia-Florida Sports Park? Like, that's crazy. That's so exciting.
Because you actually get to stay in your own. Like, my thing is, for me, I stay in a hotel every Saturday night, so just being able to get up and just say, "Hey, we got a tournament 9:00. I can get to the gym at 8. And I'm right around the corner, So just those opportunities and bringing it. I think people are always looking for new places to venture. Just putting Camden County on the map, because a lot of people don't know. Even when we're in the high school, like, where's Camden County when we have to play? We're the furthest southeast you can go in the state, and that's what everything is.
How close is that to Atlanta?
Always. That's what they always say, and I'm like, we are not close to Atlanta at all. Like, we have to take I-16 and
everything to get up there.
Yes. So, I guess with SPLOST coming up and people voting, what I want them to understand is that you are not adding a tax. You are not adding a tax at all. You are continuing something that we've done for, I think, 39 or 40 years. We've always voted yes. And I think for the first time, there's a little bit of pushback, because people are very misinformed and don't understand the magnitude of what voting no would do for us. Because the thing is these projects have to get funded, not necessarily the Georgia-Florida Sports Park, but like the jail and stuff. That has to be voted yes, or we're going to feel it here as property owners, and our taxes are going to go up. There's no doubt about it. But I think things like this, and from what I understand with this Georgia-Florida Sports Park, the first part that we're approving is going to be for infrastructure, because we got to get, water, sewer, power out there. So that would just be the first start. And I think it would be just such a tremendous thing for our businesses in Camden County,
And as well as the kids too. I feel like it's opportunities. I know I can speak, for example, and a couple other people, like, travel gave me the opportunity to play college basketball. So just being able to travel and coaches to see me, they weren't coming to the Camden County.
That's what I was going to ask too. Like, what is the advantage of doing travel ball? You just answered the question.
It's coaches lined up. I mean, we'll walk in, and I've networked with so many coaches. I mean, I played at the University of Central Florida. But I also, when I go on the road, I'll see them. I'll get their information. I'll send it to them. Coach Sharn, you should play at Stetson. So we kind of have those connections. So it brings people in. And it's not just Division I, but it's all different levels. And that just gives our kids an opportunity, because they don't know where Camden County is. It's one of the most under-recruited areas. I mean, everybody, it's football. But like all of our other sports are kind of like, they don't really know too much about.
What a great way to put us on the map. And I think anytime we can put Camden County on the map, that that's exposure for not only our community, but for our businesses
Yeah.
and for the things that we're trying to do. And to stop that, I think is just crazy, you know, because I want all these opportunities for the young people in our community. I think it's amazing.
Well, I commend you also because like now I see you on Facebook and
Yeah.
like, the word is getting out more because everybody has to go check something on Facebook and
Everybody,
and you pop up. So I mean,
everybody's probably tired of seeing this face.
I see you everywhere. We see you
it's
everywhere.
a good thing because they, you know, they hear something and be like, oh, well, what are they talking about?
Yeah.
What are they talking about now?
Yeah.
You know, if I could catch your attention for a few seconds, you might listen to a little something and, you know, and just share it with somebody else.
Yep. So I just want to thank you for your time today. I really appreciate it. I think we've covered everything. Was there anything else that y'all wanted to talk about with travel ball that is impactful to you guys?
Well, it helps us with the high school also
Development.
because like it gives the kids the opportunity to play, you know, year round or, you know, even you use the facilities for training and things like that. So it's building our team up also when they're able to play and things like that. So it helps all the way around.
It does. And
then with a facility like this, it'll give us a chance to broaden ourselves too, to be able to have a magnitude of, you know, putting on something, our own Christmas tournament, our own Thanksgiving tournament.
Yes.
Even, you know, looking at bringing, you know, people in, but they have to come through Camden County to even use it. So it's still going to bring, you know, things in here, you know, and bring in people in, you know, and then the businesses, you know, and we're building more businesses and more eating places. So
and too, like, you know, when you're giving these businesses more exposure or more business, you're giving them more business, it allows them to be able to sponsor these sports teams at the high school and at these places. And so, you know, I think sometimes they're like, what businesses support, you know, our community? All the businesses support the community. I promise you, they would not be here if they weren't trying to do something in our community. But sometimes, especially the smaller businesses, it's hard for them to be able to sponsor sports because there's a lot. We're a 7A high school. There's a ton of kids from, you know, middle school all the way up that are in these sports, and they've all got to fundraise. And so because of that, you know, that's just with the high school. And I can't even imagine with travel ball, how much money you have to raise and to get these kids where you got to get them and all the things. And imagine if our businesses could be in a better position to help that. And not to mention, like you were saying earlier, what would come, like what's going to come here because we have such a draw. And I think that that's something people aren't really looking at, and it's a huge thing for us.
Well, they look at, you know, they always say, you know, when you look at something, you know, you put your hand in front of your face, and that's as far as you see sometimes. But with this situation, you have to look out, you know, further than that. You have to put somebody else's hands like 10 feet away, and then look at it that way because, you know, you just see, you know, the possibilities.
Yes. And
if with the possibilities here, it'll just be, you know, great. It'll be great.
Yes. Absolutely. Well, I appreciate y'all so very much. This will not be the last time we're talking, I promise. And I cannot wait to come to one of these tournaments. I hope that in June you will remember to invite me because I would love to come out.
Yes, you need to come and set up and podcast.
Oh, that would be so much fun. That way I can
do a podcast, set up, and then that way you can come and you can actually talk to, maybe catch a coach, things like that. And you know, it's you know, putting you again, you know, and then also helping you know, us, and that's another way. Like a lot of things, it's money, but some things, you know, hey, just something simple like that, and your time coming out and doing a podcast with our basketball.
It brings awareness.
Awareness there.
Sorry about the siren, guys. Nothing I can do, or the horn, whatever it is. Can't do anything about that. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys.
We appreciate
Thank you so much.
And Coach Sharnisha Smith really, you know, puts a great program together. You know, it's it's a great place to coach under. You know, we're family. We do stuff as a family. We do stuff with the girls.
And that's how I am with my businesses. These people are my family.
That's your
And
family.
so, you know, I want to look out for them, and I want to take advantage of any opportunity I can to help them grow and get bigger and do bigger things here in Camden County. That's our whole goal. So we're trying to promote business and build community. So
Yes.
I love it. And, you know, I know people have to go out and vote soon for SPLOST. I hope they'll vote yes. And so we can get this Georgia Florida Sports Park going. So it'll be amazing. Thank you guys for your time. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it. Yes.
All right. Thank you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe.